welcome back. Now, how many people can say that they've played alongside the likes of Led Zeppelin? It happened again. Thank you for that. Led Zeppelin and The Who. Well, the music Jethro Tull created took the band from a Lancashire town of Blackpool to the stage of Madison Square Gardens and sold 60 million albums worldwide. It's tickled you, hasn't it?
That's right. It's tickled Ian as well. Yeah, this is a lead singer.
Charlie State and Stanley Unwin over there.
Some people won't remember Stanley Unwin. I know exactly what you're talking about now. Welcome, by the way. We were just talking about the things that make you smile and make you happy.
Yeah.
Yeah?
And people always start off by saying, and how are you today? And I usually say, oh, pretty much the same as yesterday. Maybe the same as I'll be tomorrow.
No, are you a bit of
continuity is everything at my age.
Are you a bit of a gloomy person?
On the outside, but underneath I'm chuckling away all the time.
What are the signs? Well, I'm looking for them now.
Usually when I'm entertaining my cat by playing the flute, I have one cat, a couple of dogs who hate the flute, but one cat who just goes doolally when he hears me play.
I've got to ask you. Well, we were just talking about animals, obese animals.
Yeah.
Are your cats and dogs in good health in terms of the right weight, and do you feed them snacks?
Well, I have a cat called Fat Pants, and he's actually called Samir, but he gets referred to in an undignified way as Fat Pants. And a dog, it was a Patterdale Terrier from Yorkshire, and I call him Fatterdale. So that gives you a clue.
So Jethro Tull, now what we know is that you are multi-talented. You can play many instruments. You just said you play your flute to the cat. Can you play whatever you play to your cat? Just a little bit, so we get a sense of what does the trick.
Things when I grew up, everybody wanted to be a guitar player like me, and then I heard Eric Clapton and Jimi Hendrix and thought better find another job. So I tried to learn to play the flute, not in a way that was typical. I mean, you can play nicely, or you can play nasty. And I chose the nasty route because it was competing with the electric guitar at a time when nobody was using the flute in a rock context, so that's what I did.
I think now is a good time to see some of Jethro Tull in action. Let's have a look.
Feeling alone in the armies of the road, salvation at the moat, and a cup of tea.
Love the outfit there.
Oh well.
Did you see that? Were you looking?
Not really. No.
It was a headband,
I tried to avert my gaze.
We mentioned some of the people you've been working alongside over the years, and there have been some very interesting bands that you've been close to and working alongside.
Yeah, I mean the peer group is amazing. You know, from the 70s, there were just so many people who came, a very creative period of time for British music. I think perhaps at a time when we rather outdid the Americans for a while in coming up with new stuff and new exciting ideas. They called it progressive rock, which I'm very happy to be a part of, but prog rock is that rather teasing way of describing. Yeah, that is me. That is, what a lad. Goodness me.
Those outfits.
Who was the most talented, or what was the most talented outfit you played with?
Outfit in the sense of a band.
Musicians,
Yes. Now I was famous for the codpiece.
Were you really?
Mysteriously disappeared from the drawer. My wife says, "Oh, it rotted and I threw it away, but I'm convinced I will one day find it on eBay."
Your rotting codpiece.
Was there competition amongst those extravagantly dressed bands at that time as to who could look the most extreme?
Silly, yes. Well, people did look, silly. I mean, it was a light-hearted thing, so people did dress up in those days, and it was, it was part of, I suppose, selling yourself. But looking back on it, there have been sillier outfits from not so distant times. I think it's a tradition that goes on. Once you're out there in front of people do tend to, just get larger than life. And
when you've been in the business for at least 50 years, Jethro Tull's 50th anniversary tour, but you've been in the business for 50 years. You are now at a point where you can use your name to highlight issues that are important to you. And did I read that you work in churches?
Well, yes, I do every year. Do a few charitable shows
to help
in
some
great
buildings.
cathedrals,
Yeah.
and medieval cathedrals particularly. People forget that these are supported only by the public. It's not a state religion. So, really, these great buildings, many of which are 1,000 years old, to keep the lid on, to keep the roof on. I mean, they do require a lot of maintenance and upkeep. And I do this not as a Christian, although I'm a supporter of the culture and tradition of Christianity, but because I really have a love for those buildings. So every year I do 2 or 3 cathedrals, and all the ticket money goes to the cathedral and pays for about 2 days of heating and admin and
That's the
maintenance
thing, they
and so
cost
on.
so much to
But
maintain.
yeah, it's a little drop in a very big ocean.
Do you know, ever since you said about playing the flute for your cat, I just think maybe that's the next album.
Well, I've already
It's
done that. Been
have-
there, done that.
have you? Have you done-
Yeah, I did a solo album probably about 15 years ago called Rupee's Dance. We just got a little kitten called Rupee who used to dance around on her hind legs.
And it was for the cat, essentially.
Well, yes. In desperation, trying to find an album title that hadn't been used before.
It's been really lovely to see you here this morning. Thank you so much.
Indeed, very nice
Thank
to
you.
be
Good
with
luck with the tour as well. Jethro
Yeah.
Tull's 50th anniversary tour begins in April.
That's it from us this morning. If you